Hello, my name is Sharkeisha Jones. My pronouns are she, her, ella, and I am the Regional Council Manager for Birth to Five, Illinois, Region 24, covering Grundy and Kendall Counties. Thank you for watching Region 24's Early Childhood Regional Needs Assessment Virtual Report. This recorded session will provide an overview of findings from the Birth to Five Illinois Region 24 Needs Assessment, as well as talk about the strengths, needs, and recommendations for improving access to and enrollment in the early childhood education and care programs in the region. A link to the full report can be found in the description below. If you would like to turn on closed captioning, click the CC icon at the bottom of the video. This will turn on the captions. If you want a language different than English, click on the gear icon for settings. Click on subtitles, then auto translate, and you can scroll down to pick the language you want. In 2021, the Illinois Commission on Equitable Early Childhood Education and Care Funding issued a report with findings that highlighted the inequities in early childhood funding in Illinois and the need to create a better statewide infrastructure to support early childhood professionals, expand services and programs for families and caregivers, and increase enrollment in ECEC programs. The report focused on the importance of addressing racial inequities and the need to include local voices in the conversation funders and decision makers were having about early childhood education and care. To provide a structure for communities, families, and caregivers to engage with the data and share their experiences, a new statewide infrastructure was created across 39 regions, all of which align with existing Illinois State Board of Education regional offices of education boundaries, but operate independently. Birth to Five Illinois regional boundaries align with school districts instead of strictly following county lines, which can be a challenge for gathering and interpreting data because many early childhood services are provided by or tied to school districts. Region 24 is located in the northern part of the state and includes Grundy and Kendall counties. It is the traditional home to the Peoria, Potawatomi, Miami, Kickapoo, and Oshoki-Shakun tribes. Joining me in the Region 24 office is Mandy Bailey, our Family and Community Engagement Specialist, and our Administrative Support, Melissa Canny. The experiences and knowledge families, caregivers, and early childhood professionals gain while navigating the complexities of the state's early childhood education and care system are valuable, and understanding their lived experience in the local context is vital for decision makers to ensure communities have access to the programs, services, and supports they need. To this end, Birth to Five Illinois was created to harness family and caregiver voices in early childhood education and care and serve as a bridge between the communities and policymakers so family, caregiver, and professional experiences can guide the decisions made to expand or enhance services across the state. Our mission is to create a statewide regional infrastructure that will amplify input from communities in the development of policies and funding priorities. We support the mobilization of communities to build and sustain equitable access to inclusive, high quality early childhood services for all children and families in the state of Illinois. We envision that our work will help all stakeholders reimagine a more equitable early childhood education and care system that respects family and community voice and works to ensure it is centered and prioritized at every level of decision making in Illinois. We have three main values and goals. First, we must prioritize family voice. Through this transformation centered on authentic family and community engagement, we will address the inequitable distribution of resources and services and rebuild our state's early childhood education and care system. Second, we must address the racial inequities that exist in our early childhood system. In an effort to move our early childhood education and care system to one where racism no longer impacts a child's success, we will work to dismantle barriers that have limited access to high quality service for minoritized children in every corner of our state. Third, we will use the collective impact model to shift the current early childhood system to influence policy and funding at the local, regional, and state level. Birth-to-Five Illinois will use community-driven feedback to build a system that harnesses knowledge directly from families and providers and encourages decision makers to ensure new and or expanded services are created to meet community needs. Two critical parts of the new statewide infrastructure are family councils and action councils. Located in each of the 39 regions, the councils provide feedback on quantitative data from the Illinois Early Childhood Asset Map, or ICAM, and the Illinois Network of Child Care Referral Agencies, or INCRA, to help contextualize the data at the local level. The councils meet twice a month in virtual, in person, or hybrid meetings. The family councils are comprised of parents, caregivers from a variety of family types: single parents, adoptive and foster parents, caregivers or relatives, teen parents, two parent families, multi generational families, and more, and prioritize the voices of those who have not been involved in this type of work before. We want to highlight those who have been involved in our Region 24 Family Council over the past year and thank them for sharing their experiences with the early childhood system. Patty Blateca, Shannon Meyer, Omar Meza, Rolando Paramo, Nikki Pelkey, Nicole Soloff, Kennedy Sparks, and Michelle Strom. Action councils are comprised of early childhood education and care professionals, healthcare providers, faith leaders, elected officials, and other community members. Each action council reserved 2 seats for parents, caregivers to ensure family voices were included in every discussion. Action Council members were invited to bring additional aggregated data on programs and services provided by their agency or organization to complement data from ICAM and INCRA. We extend thanks and gratitude to our Region 24 Action Council members: Nancy Bill, Jenny Haggard, Jessica Kubiak, Anne Marie Kuda, Glenda Love, Jamie Mass, Corey Maynard, Michelle Pavlika, Melissa Vargas. Beyond the council meetings, additional qualitative data was collected community-wide through focus groups and interviews, and all council members were invited to provide input on each section of their early childhood regional needs assessment. Region 24 hosted one focus group and 6 interviews. Council members developed the strengths, needs, and recommended next steps that are unique to each region. Regional teams, along with the support of their Action and Family Council members, created a dissemination plan and are holding community meetings virtually and in person to share their report's findings. The following slides highlight some data that was discussed by council members and provide insights into the early childhood education and care landscape in our region. Region 24 mostly identifies themselves as white. Only 8 to 11% of our counties are people of color. Average commute to work is 35 to 40 minutes. Region 24 has many priority populations that include children with disabilities, teen parents, children and families experiencing homelessness, children and families experiencing domestic violence, refugee children and families, children and families facing barriers due to immigration status. Additional information about priority populations was gathered through surveys, interviews, and focus groups, and is included throughout our final early childhood regional needs assessment report. Community collaborations are an integral part of the early childhood landscape. Local early childhood community collaborations bring together communities, agencies, organizations, and individuals with a shared vision or goal. They understand the importance of improving early childhood education and care for children, caregivers, and providers. Region 24's local early childhood collaboration consists of Grundy County Partnership for Children and PASS, the Plano Area Alliance Support for Student Success. Having a well-developed collaboration has shown positive outcomes for children in the region. More information on the local collaborations and the work they're doing can be found in the Regional Needs Assessment. Region 24 is home to a variety of early childhood education and care programs and providers, all servicing children based on the licensing, funding, and staffing requirements. But access to early childhood programs and services is not equitable for all the region's families. Wait lists at child care centers and the availability of child care in our region is a significant barrier for families and caregivers. Some parents have had to quit their jobs or turn down career advancements due to the lack of available child care and cited the cost of care as a reason they haven't used it. There is a program that families can apply to through the Illinois Department of Human Services, or known as IDHS, called the Child Care Assistance Program, or CCAP. This program provides families with limited access to financial resources and access to quality, affordable child care while allowing caregivers to continue working and or completing their education. There are publicly funded preschool options available in the region, such as Preschool for All. However, not all programs are full day, nor do all provide transportation to and from the program, leaving many families who qualify for publicly funded preschool choosing not to enroll them in a publicly funded program. Additionally, there are not enough spots for families to enroll their child in care across all programs in the region, leaving some families with very limited options for childcare. Through community meetings, focus groups, and interviews, families in the region reiterated the urgent need for more affordable childcare and preschool options, staffed with providers and teachers that are well paid, supported, and who will want to continue working in early childhood long term. Similar to other areas in the state, Region 24 is experiencing a staff and teacher shortage preventing programs from operating at full capacity or expanding to meet community needs. Staff turnover is a big contributor to the workforce shortage, and it remains a concern among community members in Region 24. One community member noted, creating equitable access for all, as there are many educators who are undocumented who do not have the same opportunities to continue their education. Many community members report that pay and or salaries are also a factor when considering staff turnover. The pay is low and is not a long-term option for many trying to support a family. Low pay combined with the demands of the position and long hours has left many staff burnt out and not willing to come back to the field. As a result of the workforce shortage, Region 24 has limited options of programs and resources for children ages birth to 5. As quoted by a family member from the region, it appears that we make a good living based on our income, but with all expenses that it requires to live, going out for the necessity of living, we cannot afford to send our children to a high quality child care program. The bottom line here is that the threshold for income qualifications should be increased to fit the needs of families. Community and council members identified several strengths of the early childhood system in the region. For the sake of time, I will only share a few. There are a numerous amount of education and social services in the region available to children and families. Parent and caregiver involvement in their child's education is a top priority. There are a myriad of child care programs available. The community and council members also identified challenges and opportunities for growth in the region as well. For the sake of time, I will only share a few. We need to increase awareness of resources and services available to families, extensive training for early childhood education and care, providers on managing children with special needs and challenging behaviors, and clear, concise, and understandable language for parents and caregivers to obtain educational and social services. Based on community and council conversations, recommendations have been made on how early childhood education and care programs and services can be improved for families in the region. Recommendations will be presented to lawmakers, state agencies, local elected officials, and funders so they can better understand the needs of families in the region and share the recommendations with them so they can see how to best meet those needs. These are a few of the recommendations made, but more can be found in the regional needs assessment. Recommendations are as follows: realistic income qualifications, matching cost of living for subsidy, to enhance incentives, benefits, and pay to influence potential workforce members into the early childhood profession, and to create a county-specific early childhood database accessible to community members, parents, and caregivers. This summer, we will be out in the community talking to more families, providers, and stakeholders about their experiences with early childhood education and care. And we want to talk with you. We invite community members, families, and early childhood professionals to join the conversation by filling out a council interest form. Please go to www.birth5il.com/councils or click the link in the description to get involved. Interest forms will close later this summer, which council meetings fully resuming in August. We are proud to be a department of INCRA, also known as Illinois Network of Child Care Resource and Referral Agencies, and we are grateful for funding from Illinois State Board of Education and Illinois Department of Human Services. Stay in touch. I want to thank our state partners for their support and you for watching. We encourage you to stay in touch with us by visiting our regional page at www.birth25il.com/region 24 or by joining our Facebook group or reaching out to me via email at sjones@birth25il.com. Links to our pages along with my email address are available in the description below. Thank you for your time. We look forward to connecting with you soon.